Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. Peace of mind, that's what Safety Systems provides, folks. Think about it. Who and what in our modern lives can actually do that? Call VFL J.J. Surlis and his team to discuss security systems, life safety systems for your home or your business. Call them this week. For more than 2 decades, Safety Systems. And I know J.J. Surlis will have been watching and will probably text me and say, what do you mean they're not back yet? They're not as good as the 90s. It's 12-0 this year. As a matter of fact, if he's already clicking, he's one of the 13% of you who say 11-1 or better. Keep clicking, by the way. Leading at the moment, it's 10-2, is leading 9-3. Then you got 8-4 or worse, 16%, 11-1 or better, 13%. Keep clicking. It may not be shifting there, but as they tally up, it's continuing to move. So play along with us. All right. This week, Virginia coach Tony Elliott was asked about not taking the Tennessee job 3 seasons ago when he was Clemson's offensive coordinator. There was no doubt that Tennessee went and talked to him. There was no doubt that he didn't take it. There was no doubt that Tennessee then went and talked to James Franklin and that then they went and turned to Josh Heupel. Oh, but apparently there is doubt because let me show you what Danny White said on Twitter about this. Danny White, Tennessee's athletic director, responding to the Tony Elliott talk. Interesting. Don't remember offering. Ignored this the first time, can't do it again. An interview does not constitute an offer. Interviewed several candidates, offered one.
Bam.
Okay. Is that spin cycle or is that legit?
No, it's perfectly legit. He didn't offer him. Somebody from Tennessee's representative down the line offered him, but I'm sure Danny White did not offer him. So he's not telling a lie technically, but yeah, that's just – the game has been played that way now for what, 15, 20 years?
Oh, longer, yeah.
Or longer, that the people behind the scenes and away from everything are doing all the talking. And his agent may have been the one that,
yes.
It may not have even gotten back to him. I mean, I just know.
It's pro sports, it's college sports.
It's everywhere.
I think Danny White should have ignored it.
We're prepared to offer you the job. What would you say if we offer the job? Okay, then we didn't offer it, and you move to the next guy. Exactly. You think Danny White would be better not saying it?
He should have just let it go.
No, I agree.
Why you bring it up.
And I would say, if there's one thing I'd say that I get concerned with Danny White is, man, let's let stuff slide sometimes. He's great at his job. He's great at what he does. You don't need to respond to everything that's out there or the haters like Taylor Swift does, right?
The whiteys.
You might have been able to handle this with just a phone call, right? You might have been able to say, hey, that's not the way I remember it, Tony. But
he knows what was said.
I know. But here's the other thing: how many times has Tennessee been turned down by somebody that they thought might be wanting to coach football at Tennessee? I think you might have been trying to find out somebody would say yes, so you don't get turned down again.
Well, why would Tony Elliott make this up, Mike? I mean, that's my thing. If he's being, he was saying good things about Tennessee.
I see they can both be right.
Yes.
Tony Elliott had reservations, legitimate reservations. Danny White didn't make an offer, maybe because he sensed that Tony had reservations. But I think they could both be right.
But could it be semantics? I mean, I've been offered jobs in media where I was told I knew I could get the job if I wanted it, but there was never a formal offer given to me.
That's
but
the
I
way
knew
it's
it was my job
Yeah.
if I wanted that
That's
job.
what Bob's talking about. That's absolutely.
Let it go.
Right. Well, he said, I let it slide once, right? Well, it should have been more than once.
Well, here's what I don't understand is, first of all, you got the right guy.
Yeah.
You got the right guy.
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, does Heupel need that kind of backing up? Tell them that I was not the third choice. I think he's okay because I'm pretty sure Nick Saban hasn't had any problems that Rich Rodriguez turned down the job before it went to Nick Saban. To me, I don't think Tony Elliott would publicly say, well, it wasn't the right place for me at the right time if he hadn't been offered. To me, knowing it's game week and I'm going to play these guys, that could fire up the other team. I just wonder why Danny White went there. I don't think you even need to. You got the right guy. If it's the 10th guy, but it's the right guy, great hire. If you get the wrong guy with your first pick, that's not good.
And doesn't everybody in college football know the reason he went other places is because he didn't want to take Heupel from UCF, right? I mean, how many times have we all been told that yes, he'd have hired Heupel, but he didn't want to have to take UCF's coach after leaving UCF. I feel like you won. Know when you've won.
Yeah.
And just leave it
Yeah,
alone.
yeah. I don't think you needed to spike on Tony Elliott. And
That's
now
what
it's
about you. You don't need to.
Well,
spike
and you
it
just
right
give
now.
life to something
It's-
that doesn't really need to be talked about.
it's part of your broadcast.
Exactly.
It's going to be part of the ABC broadcast right here in WATE6 Saturday, right before the Tennessee-Virginia game. All right. When we come back, what will the Vols' regular season record be in 2023? You've had your say, and we'll discuss that. We're about to have our say, and we'll show you, and we'll also make our predictions for who the losses will come to. Come on back on the Sports Source.